Hey, ladies and gents, and welcome to your first day of like in-home slash in-person learning. When I see you in class, I'll see you, and we've got activities set up. But what I'd like to do now is speak specifically to what to do on that first day working from home. I know the second half of the alphabet, L through Z, is going to be working from home on Wednesday. And so, since you're starting off at home, I wanted to walk through some things to do. So when you enrolled in the Canvas course, you enrolled in basically a shell course. So right now it's Tuesday afternoon. This evening, Tuesday night, I'm going to cross list the courses so that everyone sort of gets funneled by period into a single anatomy course. So by tonight, you should be in the anatomy course that I have pulled up here. Now, a few things to look at. Um, if we sort of move through the page here, you can see how we have the group split into cohorts. Now, things have been listed in all the communication with the district as cohort 1 and cohort 2. I thought let's give it some anatomical terms. So, cohort 1, people with last names beginning A through K, you're going to be cohort Achilles. And then going to the opposite end of the alphabet, individuals with last names beginning L through Z, you'll be in cohort Zygomaticus. Okay. Now, these two buttons are going to be key to you guys doing stuff at home. So Zygomaticus, I believe you start at home. So what we can do, I'll click on this button, and what it will do is take us to planners for each month. So each week, I'm going to have a planner for what we're doing, both in home and in person. And I'll organize them by week, and then I'll put them in subcategories by month. So if you click on the planners for August, here it brings up this first week, the 3rd through the 8th. So you simply click on that planner. Now, we'll have a schedule for each day. The left-hand column lists a particular day and what we're doing either in person or at home on those days. And then the right-hand column lists any items that are due on a particular day. So if we start with Wednesday, the first thing we have is a lab contract. So these are live links. So if you click on that, this will take you to an assignment in Canvas for a lab safety contract. So if we click on that, open it up, here is a PDF of a lab safety contract. It's what we normally have students fill out. What I'd like you to do is read through that, and what we'll do at the bottom, rather than turning in a physical piece of paper, is have you sort of acknowledge reading this by clicking the yes button, and then you'll put your name down at the bottom there. So that's the first thing you'll work on. Let me close that out here. Next is the introduction survey. If you did the activities that the district put out in that big Google Slides presentation on Tuesday, if you completed that, you've completed the introduction survey. If you haven't, you can click on that and submit that. It's just a Google form. The third thing we have is a lab safety quiz. So again, we'll link to that. And for the lab safety quiz, you'll go through and complete that and just submit when you're done. Let's see. The last thing we have is another assignment in Canvas. It's the systems poster. And if we open up the assignment, it sort of walks you through what you're going to do. So you're going to create a poster on a piece of paper. So you can use any size paper you want, but you'll basically do a rough outline of a person. It doesn't need to be anything spectacular. It can even be sort of a block-shaped person, not a stick person, but you want a block-shaped person so you can draw things inside of it. You can use your textbook, pages 3 through 7. Particularly pages 5 and 6 have a figure that's pretty helpful. So what you're going to do is have the outline of the body. You're going to draw each of the body systems listed here in bold. You're going to use a specific color for each system. And when you do that, you're going to draw just the organs listed. So you see for the integumentary system, it just lists the skin. Now you don't have to draw everything with skin. You just have a little patch of skin on your outline and call that good. Or for the skeletal system, you use a different color for bones and joints. You don't need to draw all the bones and all the joints. If you draw just a couple of bones and a joint in between them, then that's good. So again, you use a particular color for each system. You draw just the structures listed, and include all those structures listed there. Next thing we'll need to do, reading through here, you're going to create labels for those different structures. So you just have a label for skin and draw a line to the skin. You have a label for bones, draw a line to the bones. You have a label for brain, spinal cord, nerves, draw those lines. Now, one thing I would ask is to avoid crisscrossing those lines. That way it doesn't get too confusing. So please avoid crossing those lines. Do please be mature and reasonable when making your drawings. I know it's an anatomy course and sometimes people sort of get caught up in the moment, but just, be reasonable. You don't have to draw every organ in a system. Again, you only have to draw the organs that are listed under each system. And then at the bottom, this is where people sometimes lose points, you have to create a key. So the key needs to indicate which color coincides with which system or corresponds with which system. And then you want like a brief statement. And by brief, I'm talking 5 words or less. What does it do? Nervous system, communicates. Skeletal system, contracts to move. So things like that. Okay. Let's see. Now, there is a rubric associated with this. So I try to include the things that will go into how people earn points on the rubric so you can see when that is done or what that needs to be. So you have until August 11th. That's Wednesday of next week or Tuesday of next week, I believe. So Tuesday the 11th to complete that. Let's see. I actually did put Wednesday the 12th. So, hey, let's make it Wednesday 12th. All right. So that's how you're going to be spending your time on Wednesday. Friday, we're going to have a lecture posted. I still need to record the lecture and get that put up. But then what you can do is view that lecture and take some lecture notes on that. Sort of our rough plan for anatomy is to use Friday, since that's like an at-home time, to just focus on doing some like lecture to lead into the following week. So that week, when your cohort is working on Monday at home, you already have some familiarity with what you need to be doing that week. So that's the ball game for what we've got going on. Again, sort of walk us through what to do. From the homepage, you find the planner for your cohort. So whether it's Achilles, which is A through K, or Zygomaticus, which is L through Z, find your cohort, click on the link or click on the button for that, click on the planners for August, click on the planners for that week. Sorry, they keep working on the intercom here. But anyway, go to the day that you're interested in, click on those links. It'll take you to the appropriate documents, and you can work on getting stuff submitted. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. Look forward to meeting you guys soon, and take care. Sorry, now I got to figure out how to stop this.